at the end of this issue 2, like we don't go too much to spoilers, but there's a specific few pages that shows the passage of time, and it just makes sense for that to be syncing up with the events of issue 1 more so than after issue 1. So, and that's another thing I like about indie comics is you don't have all the information, so you have to read it a few times. You have to go back and wait, and then also wait for the rest of the story to really get the whole thing. Where when you get like a Marvel book, like every Spider-Man book, we go in knowing who Spider-Man is.
Right.
Whether or not it's a new run, a new retelling of the story, it's still Spider-Man.
Right.
These characters are created in this world that didn't exist before Stellar Lands. You know what I mean? Like, this is not like something that we get to just jump into and just know all of the characters. So it's fun for me, I think, more so in a lot of the Marvel and DC titles, where I get to really be introduced to new characters and get to enjoy them, and learn as they go. And like this character, his name is Kaladin, the main character of this issue
I
2.
was wondering, how do you pronounce the last name? Is Gies?
I would think it's Gase.
Gaze?
That's what I
Okay.
would think. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that. I could be wrong. It would not be the first time that I'm wrong with a pronunciation.
Okay.
But
I
yeah,
knew
I
I
think
knew
that's the proper one.
I was gonna be wrong, so I just asked you to see. You know, for me.
But I really think that with Kaladin, he goes by Cal for short. In
Mhm.
this issue 2, I think he's a much more relatable character as well.
In a
Like,
different way. In a different way,
yeah, so like
because
in the first issue, we had that character, the strong military who's also an alcoholic and dealing with their demons and things like that. Like, we can identify with her as well. But I think there are more people that can identify with Cal than the other main character, because he really kind of just discovers he has these powers and just wants to use them for good. So
right.
it's easier, I think, to jump behind a character like Cal than it was with the other main character.